Disclaimer. Not all advice or information given in this video is meant to be taken seriously and is for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy. What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel, and if you ever wondered how to become a professional card player,
yes, I have
so much money like me. I mean, look how much money I've made. Well, then I'm going to teach you how to be a professional card player.
Yes!
Like myself. So, the first thing you need to know about being a card player is that if you want to be the card player, then you have to be the card game. Meaning, you have to eat the card game. You have to drink the card game. And you have to sleep the card game. Now that part is very important. See, card games are like a religion. Once you are the card game, you have to practice the card game. And this might be the most important step, and that is to test the card game. Now remember, when it comes to testing, there is no excuse not to. You must test everywhere. When you're on the toilet taking a fat dump, when you're in the shower, all these places you can be testing. And even if you don't have anyone to test against because you're lonely, like me, you can play solitaire. Test hands against yourself. Draw some random hands, see how they go. You can test against yourself. 2 decks, switch hands every single turn. It's easy. So now that you're done with being the card game and practicing the card game, it is time for you to enter the tournament phase. So when going into a tournament, no matter what decks you have been testing a week before or a month before, you have to remember to always disregard those decks. In order to be a pro player the night before or the hour before the tournament, you must switch your deck last minute. Dude, I came up with this deck yesterday. I promise you it beats everything. It's the beat.ef. You have to play it. Well, okay, if it beats everything. Thanks, dude. I'm gonna rock this tournament. Let's go! Studies have shown that players who switch their decks last minute versus players who played the decks that they've been playing for weeks or even months at a tournament, the players who switch the decks last minute have done phenomenally better. Now that you picked your deck for the tournament, you have to remember, card games are an individual sport, meaning you don't care about anyone else at the tournament besides you. Meaning, you must not use proper hygiene. Throw that toothbrush down the toilet. Throw on that shirt that you've been wearing for a month straight. Throw that bad boy back on and wear it to the tournament. And remember, the worst word in card games, and I feel really bad saying this word, deodorant. Deodorant should be the worst of curse words in the card game community. It is forbidden, it is frowned upon, and whatever you do, make sure not to put that thing on. You do not want your enemies to smell nice things. Instead, you want them to smell the odor, and you want them to smell that chili cheese hamburger with chili cheese fries with extra onions that you ate at lunch. You want them to smell that. Now, once you're at the table playing your deck, this is the main intimidation factor that makes all card game players. So, there is something called the hand shuffle. The hand shuffle is a mechanism used by pro players to intimidate their opponent. Whoever has the best hand shuffle will win the game. If you shuffle your hands fast enough, And if you handle your deck with such precise skill and talent, better than your opponent, you are guaranteed to win the game. And lastly, this is the moneymaker. This is what's going to put the most money in your pockets. When you're in the game and you think a little bit that you might lose, you had a tiny chance of losing, remember, when in doubt, cheat. What? Cheating? You know, there are many ways of cheating. There's the famous lapping. There's the famous stacking. There's the famous putting cards from your discard pile into your hand. We don't have a scientific term for that yet. Neither do we have a scientific term for putting cards from your discard pile on top of your deck. But those are all the best ways of cheating that will ensure that you win the game, which will ensure that you get that money in your pocket and you become that pro player that everyone looks up to. So, with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it somewhat amusing or informative or entertaining. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment in the comment section below any other pieces of advice you would advise to other aspiring pro card players. Make sure to subscribe for a bunch more, hit that bell notification, and as always, I will see you guys next time.